it's my great privilege, on behalf of our co-hosts, the Institute of Medicine, Nepal Agricultural Research Council, Nepali Technical Assistance Group, Tufts University, and Johns Hopkins University, to welcome all of you today to the Nutrition Innovation Lab's 4th Scientific Symposium.
These symposia were organized to inspire and to motivate research in this country by young scientists who are going to solve the problems.
It is first and foremost an opportunity for all of us to come together to engage with the different stakeholders that are here today from a multitude of different disciplines and sectors to address the common problems that we have.
It invokes so much interest.
Nutrition Innovation Lab is a really exciting research agenda, multi-year, focused on trying to answer some key questions that will help the government of Nepal and other countries around the world make the best kinds of investments in agriculture and value chain to support nutrition. Now that sounds like an easy set of things to look at, but it's food security, nutrition, agriculture, these are all very complex domains of human activity linked to the biology of climate and agriculture, farms, as well as markets, the economics, as well as biology.
Origin of the Scientific Symposium really happened about 4 years ago when the Nutrition Innovation Labs was beginning in Nepal. And one of the things we thought we'd start with is understanding the research that exists locally, and that is the research that's relevant to understanding diets, the agricultural system in Nepal. And so that was the genesis of the idea, is to really bring evidence and research into the open so that we could begin to prioritize where the research gaps are, as well as to stimulate research to address those gaps, to stimulate interest among local Nepali researchers, to bring researchers together across the academic, program and policy spectrum, especially people who haven't interacted a lot from sectors of agriculture, from those who are concerned about markets and food in markets, those who are concerned about agricultural methods, and then how those might translate into foods that are available to households, that get consumed and that affect the nutritional status of women and children. So that was the idea.
Importance of academia is to have empirical research that helps to provide policy implications for developing relevant policy for the improvement of nutrition security in the country. So academia can also work in multidisciplinary team. The agriculture and health sectors should work together to develop synergy and linkage between agriculture and nutrition and provide evidence and insight about policy making for food security and nutrition.
You know, the evidence shared would be critiqued. This pathway is really complex, and using different type of methods to understand the pathway, there's a lot to learn from each other. Agriculturalists might not fully be aware of how nutritionists use certain metrics to study diet and nutritional status. And similarly, when nutritionists try to quantify production at household levels and access to markets, we may or may not be using the appropriate metrics. And so it was really a sharing and critiquing of each other's work that we hope to promote.
As a participant in all 4 of the symposium that have been hosted by the Nutrition Innovation Lab, what's really remarkable is how the conference has evolved over the years, not only in its growth from around 100 people to nearly 400 people, but also in the quality of the presentations. In year 1, you heard a lot about programs that were beginning to emerge, and in year 4, we're hearing mostly research evaluations and studies that are going on in the country. So it's really the quality and the quantity has grown, which shows that there's a real interest in this type of work in the country, which is fantastic.
We've had quite a few oral presentations examining from areas such as home food production and its relationship with nutrition outcomes and diet diversity, to examining food safety issues and aflatoxins and mycotoxins and their relationship with nutrition in parts of Nepal.
We are very proud to be associated with the symposium. It provides not only the opportunity for our faculties to get abreast with the recent advancement research that is happening in Nepal and elsewhere, but also provides the opportunity for our students to participate, to learn, to observe, and basically get exposure of how scientific things could be done.
This has not been an effort of Hopkins or Tufts alone. This has most definitely been an effort, a joint effort of the Institute of Medicine, the Nepal Agricultural Research Council, and then very importantly is a whole host of logistics support that comes from the Nepali Technical Assistance Group for this event. And so pretty much from the beginning, we've been working with our co-hosts to define the priorities of each symposium, the goals and the objectives of each symposium, and how to better organize ourselves each year, how to create different themes that would be pertinent to this moment in time, again still reflecting that agriculture to nutrition pathway.
What I have seen over the years is that there has been multiple engagement of the multiple stakeholders, right from the academician to the students, from policymakers to the practitioners. And the kind of discussion, the issue they brought, the research topics that they have been covering up is very pertinent to bringing the linkage between agriculture and nutrition. So in that context, I think the symposium has been very useful.
Symposium is a really great opportunity for people who often are only working on their own project to see what others who are working on other projects, who work in other areas, see what they're doing to address issues of food security and nutrition in Nepal. So this morning we've heard presentations on how roads impact food security, how cash transfers can potentially address child nutrition status, a wide range of topics, and I think it's a really good way to get a snapshot of what's going on in this area right now.
I found this topic, minding the agriculture nutrition pathway, very timely, very appropriate and very fascinating.
It has been a great experience for me because as being a nutrition student, it has been providing me a great opportunity to learn.
Maybe if a similar kind of events I have to handle, and I will know what are the behind the scenes to be carried out to make a symposium successful.
Being part of the organizing team has allowed me to work with so many different organizers, which I think in and of itself is a reflection of just how wide and diverse this entire sector is. And I think there's something to take away from these symposiums.